Morning, I believe it's day 16. Spent the night in Buena Vista last night. I ended up getting a room from a Airbnb. Once I was able to get a ride into town, I was pretty beat. So found a little tavern, had a beer, a bite to eat, and just kind of hung around, talked to a couple locals and stuff, and then by the time I was ready to find a place to crash, it was dark and hitchhiking back to the trailhead really wasn't an option. So had a great night's sleep, slept in a little this morning, only have about 14 miles today to make it to Mount Princeton Hot Springs, which is a little like resort right on the trail. Here they have a restaurant and a store, so packed light, just have food for today and tomorrow, no dinner, and I intend on making it to the hot springs and then play it by ear from there. Maybe have dinner and then get a couple more miles in is kind of what I'm thinking. Back on the trail. I haven't watched or edited together yesterday's hike yet, but I remember it was a very intense day. It was an intense 48 hours, 2 really challenging days of hiking in terms of weather and kind of showing me what's in store for me over these remaining 2 weeks. Just a lot of very intense emotions yesterday specifically. So at the end of the day, this is the journey that I'm on, and it's proven to be extremely challenging for me in a lot of different ways, most of which I didn't really think were going to be as difficult as they are. So that's just honestly how I feel. And you know, when you're out here alone and in the middle of nowhere, it's tough. And I don't think it matters if you're, you know, going 250 miles, 500 miles, 2,000 miles. It's a challenge. So I just wanted to say, I don't know if this is an apology for yesterday. Who knows if yesterday even made it on the video. I have the right to feel tired and overwhelmed and scared, but at the same time, I have so much respect for those that are embarking on even a greater challenge. So just guess that's what I'm trying to say in the longest way possible. That's lunch with a view and bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. We're out here doing it like kings.
cyclist. I have my first biking.
All right, it's the end of, I believe it's day 16. I'm going to bed. It's about 9 o'clock. Just south of Mount Princeton Hot Springs. I only had about a 16-mile day today. I'm a little concerned about what lies ahead in terms of not elevation for climbing, but the elevation I'm going to be at and what the temperatures and precipitation are. So we'll have to see. But for now, I feel good tonight. It was nice to just talk and interact and laugh with some people for a while. So they probably won't know. They'll probably never know how much that meant to me to have. But all is good. Back at it tomorrow. Get about 20 miles. So seems like a pretty mild night. I'm at about 8,500 feet. I don't expect the temperatures to be too cold, so we'll see how things go. All right. Life is good. Morning. You have funny ears. All right. See ya. Hey, good morning. It's Thursday. Headed to Salida. Got about a 20-mile day. Yesterday, only had about 15 miles, 16 miles to hike. The trail goes right through a little resort called Hot Springs, where there's a little store and a restaurant. And I ran into 3 other hikers. They're out doing the Collegiate Loop. If you remember, I'm taking the Collegiate East, and there's also Collegiate West. And so what a lot of people do is they might not come out to hike the whole Colorado Trail. They'll do what's called the Collegiate Loop. So, essentially you just do all of the collegiates, about 160 mile through hike, and they're about, I'd say, almost halfway. Anyway, it was really good. It was like perfect timing to run into some other people. Just haven't been able to talk or have a conversation really or anything. So that's so nice to just they even had a fire. I've not had a fire since I've been out here. So just kind of hike all day and then go to bed when I get to camp. Headed to Salida and be about mile 250, 255. I'm still up in the air if I'm going to take a rest day. I kind of feel like I need to take a 0. It's been since Leadville. It's been about a week. I feel like my body and maybe my mind could use a rest, a 0 day, but I got to take a look at the weather because if I have an opening, I really should take that. So we'll see. Thursday, so less than 2 weeks to wrap this thing up. So stay tuned. Well, there is a couple people out here just walking down the trail, and there's one guy standing there, another guy taking a dump maybe 10 feet off the trail. Hey guy, what you doing? Go over the hill. Walk into the woods a bit. What? made it to Salida. Found a bunk at a hostel. Picked up my resupply. Lexi's mom, Deb, was kind enough to mail for me. This is a really cool town. I would have definitely liked to have taken the 0 day here like I intended to, but I gotta keep pushing while the weather's good. So got about 3.5 days of food. And my next stop is Creed. I'm hoping to make it there by Monday before lunch. It looks like shitty weather's coming in Monday afternoon, so make it to Creed. I'll take a break there, take a 0 day there. So life is good.